Welcome back, beautiful souls, to Channel Your Light, Own Your Intuitive with myself, Erin Chandler. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So these are apparently love messages coming through, and there's like a mishmash of them. So going on a journey to find love is really an act of self-love, because in your journey to find love, you will inherently, inevitably find all the places that are not love, or rather, if you view it as a reflective state, all the places that you lack the love of the self, if that makes sense. I'm being shown two pathways, like making a choice. Somebody here is making a choice, and the choice, there are two very clear paths. That's what it is being shown to me as. One of them has like the goddess Aphrodite on it. That's so interesting. She's showing me the goddess of Aphrodite on the path to your right. And on the left side, she's showing me God that's like this with a white cloud over his head, like, all right, let's go down this path and let's find all the treasures or the pieces or from places you've already been. So whoever this message is for, this message is about love, and this is about two options. You have two options or two pathways, and the pathways are clear. Like, it's very obvious. I've got the candle maker sitting here with this candle like this, like, are we going down this path? Or I've got the goddess of Aphrodite on the other path. You will know if this message is for you. Either you are being presented with two opportunities, and this is love, 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 love. That's all I keep hearing. This is about love, and it inherently, anytime something is about love, it's also about self-love. It's the reflective state of you. The attempt to find love inherently implies that the love is not within you. And that's why the journey of finding love is a journey of self-love, because the only thing you will ever find are different reflections of you, whether it is a reflection of what you are not, or whether it is a reflection of what you are. Both. And I'm hearing someone is going to have to take a huge risk. That's what I'm hearing. And it's not even that it's a huge risk. Let me tell you, it feels like a huge risk for you to go down the path of Aphrodite, whoever this is for. And whoever this is for, you swore up and down. I'm hearing you swearing up and down, like, I am not going down that path again. I don't have time for that. I don't want to look at that. That's the energy of it. And it's like taking a risk. But the fascinating thing is, Aphrodite's like rolling her hand out. This isn't a risk at all. It's not a risk at all, but it feels like a risk, because the path you know is the candle maker being like, yeah, we can do this again. You know this path. We've been down here. So it's almost like it feels like a giant risk for you, but it's not a risk at all. It is a bigger risk for you to go down the path you've already been down before. That's what I'm hearing. So take heart if you have gone down a path you've gone down before. And in addition, I'm being told to tell somebody on here, if you have things showing up as tests, these are no longer tests. I personally don't like the perception of, you know, something shitty happened to me and this is a test. I don't really roll with that, because that just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't imbue me with a sense of wanting to move forwards. There's just a lot of negative connotations with that for me personally when it comes to experiences that we have in life that are difficult, challenging. Some people view them as tests. It's okay if you do. But what I'm being told is, karmically, anytime something shows up that is down that old path, now that I have the candle maker going like this, show them what you're made of. Show your strength is what he's showing me. He's showing me his muscles, as if like, this is the key. This is the key points for people to understand. If you stop viewing it as a test, you will slowly begin to see that this year is actually karmically showing you where you have been and that you are choosing differently. So you may find you're engaging, or other people are engaging you, but they're engaging with a different version of you, and that was the old you, and that's not the new you. And I don't mean old you, new you, as if you're two different people, even though technically some of you feel like you're a completely different person. You're the same person, but you're at your core essence of your authenticity versus the person before, that these karmic relationships or karmic interactions were based on the frequency you were at before. You no longer need to view any of these experiences as tests. Rather, you are to view the experiences as confirmation, as a reflective state for you to see how far you've come, how much personal growth you've done, the places you have stood, and now you stand on another step. It is not for you to go down and I'm hearing somebody being like, oh my God, this again, and it means I'm not doing my work. No, this means you are doing your work and you're acknowledging the fact that, oh, right, I know that. I've been there. And now I'm choosing. Choosing is the master key. You'll notice that suddenly you are choosing to do something differently. These are not karmic tests that are showing up for the collective right now. And although it may appear like that, these are to show you how far you've come. These are to show you, oh, right. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know that energy. I know what that kind of relationship leads to. I know the kind of person I was when I was doing that. Use these as congratulations. I'm hearing from the universe. Congratulations on, oh, right. I am choosing differently because I am a different person. I am a person who's empowered in my choices. I am a person who is learning from my mistakes, and I'm getting stuck in the mud card for somebody. You will notice that the karmic relationships and those things, those people will represent the stuck in the mud. There is another master key about this. If you are come upon or people engage with you that are from that older state of you or your old way of being, and they're stuck in the mud, they're showing you, ding, 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 thank you, Spirit. They're showing you that not only were you stuck in that mud, you came out of that mud, brushed all the mud off, donned a new pair of shoes. So these are congratulatory things. Show them what you're made of. That's the song that keeps coming through. These are states of reflections to show you how far you've come. Oftentimes when we're moving through life, if we don't have a reflective state to show us where we've been, think about it. How do I know where I'm going if I don't know where I am? And I certainly can't know where I am if I don't know where I've been. These are the moments I'm hearing, the moments where you are going to see where you have been. And it is not for you to go back down this story of, oh my gosh, it's another karmic test, or I've been there before. Why is this showing up again? That must mean I'm not doing my work. No, 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 no is what Spirit is saying. We are showing you where you have been so that you know where you are, so that you can really expand into where you want to go. These are pats on the backs. The perspective of seeing these experiences, because that's what they are, is experiences. Seeing them from this perspective of self-awareness is going to be so empowering for some of you right now. I'm hearing it is high time that all of you understood who you are, what you are, and why you are still standing. You have shamed yourself. You have begrudged yourself for not having wealth, for not having a perfect relationship, for not having the perfect business, having the perfect job, having the perfect this, and all these shitty things that have happened. No, it's high time that you understand the strength that is required to walk through those things and then get yourself up on the bank and stand there. That is to be honored. Instead of shaming yourself as if you've done something wrong or there's something wrong with you, start looking at it from the perspective of, holy shit, I was there and I'm standing here. That's the high time, high time. It's high time that most of you truly saw who you are, the strength that was within you, the core essence of you, and to be proud of it. That's what I'm hearing. Be proud. Gotta keep your head up. Oh, that's the song playing. Keep your head up. Be proud. Don't look upon those things as negativity or dark things. You're generational curse breakers. You've walked in shadows. I'm like spitting as I'm talking here as the excitement of this Spirit is coming through. And again, I'm seeing the candle maker, and it's very specific. There's a animated movie from the Book of Life. A lot of movies are coming up really intensely, but they all have a storyline, and we're pulling bits and pieces from the storylines as a recognition. I'm hearing it's like the candle maker is standing here going like this to me from the movie The Book of Life. That's what it is. The candle maker goes like this because you're now choosing, because you're out of the muck and the mire, and that was a choice. you're engaging, or not even engaging, having interactions or experiences from a totally different state of being and a totally different way as a congratulatory pat on the back. And I'm seeing the book of life open up to your next page, and it's page 11, 1-1, and somebody else is page 22. I'm being told to reference the numbers 11, 22, and 17, and 14 specifically. Take it as it resonates. And 33 for somebody else, and 66 for somebody else. Probably there's a whole lot of numbers, but those are your numbers: 11, 22, 17, 14, 33, and 66, and also 62. That could be your age. That could be a loved one's birthday. That could just be a number that has significant resonance and meaning to you. It could be your age. I don't know. Take it where it resonates, but know this is messages for you. Understand that viewing yourself from the perception or the self-awareness of knowing where you've been, you are being shown clearly right now. These are not tests. These are not tests. These are actually showing you how far you've come. It's showing you your magnificence. It's showing you the strength inside of you. It's showing you the power so that you can look in the mirror and say, hey, Aves. Little Miss Ava's popping her little face in here. You're so beautiful. Show them what you're made of. It's being able to look in the mirror, and instead of shaming yourself for the places you've been and the things that have gone wrong and all the shadows, standing in the mirror and looking in the mirror and being, I want to say, fucking proud. Being proud of who you are, where you have walked, the things you have stood up from, and I'm still standing, because that is a feat. Think about this earth plane. Think about the stuff that goes on here. Think about the wounding that happens. Think about the unjust. Think about the just. Think about all of it. You're standing here with a whole new light within you, looking at yourself from a whole new perspective. I'm being shown somebody after, you know, when you get out of the shower and it steams up the mirror and you wipe off the mirror. For most of you, you've been looking into the mirror and there's been mud caked onto it, or dirt, or shadow, or just a dirty mirror that you've been looking into as a reflection of who you are because of the places you've been. I'm watching you take, whoever this message is for, I'm watching you go to the mirror, taking the Windex or whatever you use, water and vinegar, and cleaning off the mirror so that it is crystal clear, so you can truly see who you are. Those things do not define you. They have actually made you. It's be proud. Be proud of those things. Be proud of where you've stood. Don't care about somebody else's opinion or judgment, because most people who have opinions, it's because they've never stood in front of that mirror and they've never walked in your shoes. There is such strength in each and every one of us. And although this message started out as love, oh, I have a C name. This message is about love. It's about loving the self. It's about going through life experiences where you feel less than, not loving the self, where you suddenly get to come to a point where you're standing in front of the mirror. The piece of you that shames yourself for the places you have been and things not going right and not fitting into the status quo or the mold of the 3D context of what's successful, what's right. Forget all that. How many people fit into that box? And is that your box? Because the box that you've been standing in, you're about to be shown how freaking immensely proud you should be, because that's the box you were born into. Don't forget. This is a message about self-love. It is about finding love. Anytime we go on, oh, I'm seeing Aphrodite leading the way, and I'm seeing whoever this message is for, after this, watching this video or taking this information through and integrating it. Integration is important. Sometimes we hear messages and they move into our energetic fields, but it does take some time to integrate that knowledge, that wisdom in your consciousness. It's almost like I'm seeing one of you wake up in 3 days and looking in the mirror and suddenly realizing, wow, I should be proud of who I am. I should be proud of where I've been. These are not karmic tests to show you that you haven't done your work. These are to clearly show you how far you've come. This is to clearly show you that you have a choice. This is to clearly show you that you should be proud and you are authentic and whole within yourself. These are not tests, is what I am hearing. These are to show you how far you've come. And that is an act of self-love, to look in the mirror and be proud of who you are and where you've been, no matter how dark, no matter how messy, no matter how many mistakes. Show them what you're made of. Show you what you're made of. Oh, Spirit, thank you. The candle maker's like, no, we're showing people in the mirror what they have been made of and didn't really recognize it. Seeing how far you've come. It's donning the lens of Spirit, and they're going back to the book. The rest is still unwritten. This time you get to choose, because you're no longer sitting in the muck, in the mud. You're actually standing on the bank, recognizing that you were there. You've walked out of it. You've shaken it off. You've dusted yourself off. And now you're standing loud and proud is what I am hearing. And now it's time for you to write the next chapter. And writing the next chapter it's unwritten, which means the candle maker is saying, when you get to the book of your life, and it is no longer being written for you, or feeling that disempowerment of it being written for you, and you suddenly understand that you are the writer, you are writing your next chapter. This is a beautiful state to be in, and this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. This is the age of Aquarius. It's personal empowerment, it's fifth dimension, it's creating consciously, and being aware that you have the power to create. And not only do you have the power to create, I'm seeing one of your pages being ripped out of your book. This is fascinating. You ripping out a page of your book saying, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go with that page anymore. You're both the creator and the destroyer. You can build up or you can tear down. We have that power. And it's about us being consciously aware that we have the power to do that. This also means anything that has been created, or the building blocks or the foundations that you suddenly look at it now and say, maybe that's not quite right. You can actually tear that down, or take out a rotten building block is what I am seeing. Taking out a rotten building block, so that you have solid foundations and you are truly writing from the soul core essence of you, rather than feeling like the book was already written for you. You're the creator. You're the writer. In order to know what you want to write and where you want to go, Spirit, the candle maker, is saying, you must see how far you've come. You must view yourself from the obstacles and the challenges that have strengthened you. Stand tall and proud. And then focus on what you wish to write into your future, because you are the writer of the next chapter of your entire life. And that needs to be done from a state of self-love. And I'm hearing accomplishments too. What a powerful message for somebody on here. Let me know if you needed to hear this. I thought we were doing love messages, but I kind of got spirit hijacking. We hijacked it because this is inherent, it's an intrinsic, and so many people are going to be suddenly having these moments of noticing, and we wish to make sure that they notice them from the eyes and the lenses, donning the lens of Spirit, seeing them from the view that they were intended, and not from feeling like you're in the muck and the mire of it. This calls for a state of empowerment for the next phase of journey, and you must see where you have been in order to know where you are right now, in order to create from a totally empowered state. Right now, in this moment, you are all seeing where you have been. You are all seeing where you can stand very tall and very proud. Wow. Those are powerful messages from Spirit. I'm specifically being told the candle maker is important for somebody on here. Be proud of who you are and see how tall your candle is. I am wishing you all much love, light, peace, healing, and transcendence. If you wish to connect with me for a private session, or join our community for beautiful divine feminines, or sign up for one of the upcoming courses, please find the links for all of those things in the video description box below. And I will, of course, see all of you on the next video.